Welcome to today's presentation. I'll be taking you through the new HR Service Management package brought to you by FMX Solutions, powered by Jira Service Management. Now, over the years here at FMX, we've done countless HR service management projects. And over that time, we've noticed that most HR teams support the same types of service and really work the same way when it comes to traditional things like onboarding, offboarding, and even the different types of things like benefit services. So it just made sense for us to build a package to deploy to your organization to help accelerate the adoption for HR teams in Jira Service Management. Let's take a few minutes and look and see what this package would entail. Now, I'm going to begin this journey in the Help Center, and here we're going to take a look at that FMX HR package. So here we see the service catalog we've designed for your HR team. Now, it's going to have several categories here available: general, benefits, employee data management, employee relations, talent management, and HR system access. Within these categories are about 25 different service offerings that most HR teams support throughout their day. Now, we've also built some placeholders, so HR can go in and add their own offerings that might not have been in this package. So it's going to be about 85% of the way there for you on day one, with just a little bit of configuration to ensure it's ready for your teams to go live with. Now, I'm going to drill into some of these so we can take a look and see what this package actually looks like. If we were to take a look at employee data management, let's look at the update employee personal information. So if an employee needs to update something with their account from HR's perspective, perhaps it's their name or their address, this is where they would come to do that. Now notice how the form has been built to collect this information. If I hit address change, it's going to ask me questions about what the new address is. If I want to change my name, it's going to ask me questions about the name change. Now, our goal here is to collect all the relevant information for this request on first contact. Now that's important because it's going to eliminate that back and forth in email or the phone tag that HR has to play to get the information from the requester. So it's really going to help accelerate how fast these issues can be resolved. So for my example, I'm going to do a quick name change. Right now, let's go ahead and change my last name to the Scottish spelling of Patterson and remove one of those T's. So once I've completed all these fields, I hit send and that goes right into HR to be fulfilled. Now on the confirmation screen, I get my ticket number, I get all of the information that I've submitted, and I can even see the status and turn notifications on or off or share with some of my colleagues. Most importantly here though is the ability to interact with HR. I can actually put notes or comments here that HR can read, and I can even see notes and comments that they send to me as well. Now, our package is just not designed to interface with the employee via the portal. We've also enabled JSM chat. So here I'm going to show you our Slack that we've configured to interact with this. But just know that it's not just Slack. It could be your Teams as well. So you've got a choice on what collaboration tool you're going to utilize. Now, in addition to JSM chat, we've also turned on Atlassian Intelligence. So in addition to your HR team, you're going to have Atlassian's virtual agent helping deflect and solve some of these issues. So for example, let's say I want to ask questions about enrolling in our 401k plan. I could come here to the HR help channel and say, can you help me enroll in our 401k program? So a couple things can happen here. I can go right to the agent, or you can choose to have the Atlassian virtual agent step in and try to help solve this issue for the requester. Now here I see 3 replies. The virtual agent is telling me hello, and notice this here, it's actually telling me what I can do to enroll in 401k. And it's requesting for feedback. Did it help? Yes or no? This is fantastic because what it's going to do is allow your HR teams to provide a knowledge base that the bot is going to pull from, kind of deflecting some of that common requests that they might receive and freeing up your HR team to be focused on more impactful issues. Now, I can see the link to ADP to enroll. If I want more information, I can select yes, I'll go to benefits, and it brings up a tab that goes right to our knowledge base. Now, in addition to just having the HR project, FMX Solutions has also defined a layout for the HR Confluence page that comes with JSM. So here we can see those categories broken down with subcategories of all those different things that we've designed in the portal. All your HR team has to do is to update these placeholders with all the relevant information, and it's ready to go for your team on day one of go live. Now, of course, that's from the end user perspective. Let's take a look at this from the HR analyst perspective. So here we're going to see the HR queues. Now, our package has predefined these queues as benefits, open cases, employee data management, talent, onboarding, and termination. Now, if we drill into the employee data management, there's that request that I just made. We can see all those details here front and center on the screen as an HR analyst. But I've also got the other pieces of work that are here as well, things like employee onboarding. Here I see there's 2 employees that are right now actively going through the onboarding. I can see they're in different statuses as we go. I see that Jack is currently in the pre-start activities phase, and Jennifer is in the 30-day phase of her onboarding. Now, if I were to drill in here to Jack's record, we can see all the information that was part of Jack's new hire record. Most importantly, though, in addition to HR doing this work, notice how there's some linked information or linked issues here that go over to our IT project for new hire setup. We can actually go through and open a new tab that shows the IT steps that are going forward to get Jack ready for day one. Things like getting a new laptop, getting accessories, getting access to different systems, and a unique set of subtasks and other linked issues here. So what I want you to notice is that this is really focused on HR. Only the HR work happens here, and based on automation and workflow, other teams can have work spawned for them to support this onboarding practice. It's just not HR doing it alone. It really does take a team to get these people onboarded, and our package takes that into account and allows it to integrate with other projects in the organization here. In fact, our onboarding process here, if we look at the workflow, has been predefined to do pre-start activities where we go and gather equipment and get everybody ready for the first day. And then it's got a day one, a week one, a 30-day, a 60-day, 90-day, where HR can specify different milestones for these employees and have automation check in with them on these different steps. So the day one, they'll get a friendly email reminder. Week one, perhaps it's going to be new tasks for them to complete. The same with day 30, 60, and 90. Now, this is the out-of-the-box workflow. You're free to configure and design this to better match your organization's needs. And in fact, as part of our package, we'll help you by taking the requirements and even putting this in there for you so it's done by a consultant on my team and not somebody on your HR team if you prefer. Now, going back to another category here is employee termination. Just as important as onboarding is termination. So here we're going to see an example of that for Mitch. We'll drill in here and see how Mitch's termination is going. Now, we can see here the different subtasks that are happening that are predefined and are kicked off by automation at different phases of our workflow. Now, our offboarding workflow is going to look something like this. The paperwork is submitted. We're going to recover their assets and terminate access, communicate changes, update the org if required, and then an exit interview. Again, this is the out-of-the-box workflow we've defined. You're free to manipulate and modify this as you see fit. And as part of our service, we'll go ahead and modify that for you so you don't have to worry about that ourselves. So again, when you think of the package for human resources, think of it as a great way to have a single point of contact for all your users to communicate with HR and to give HR one place to go to facilitate all this work. Again, on day one, you're going to have about 25 service offerings with the ability to add additional ones to ensure you're capturing all the different types of work that you need to capture on the HR team. Now, you'll have access to all the same features in JSM that you will with any type of project. Things like SLAs or service level agreements that capture milestones like first time response or time to resolution. If you're on the JSM premium tier, you'll be able to interact with Atlassian assets. You'll be able to see things like the person's asset record coming from your HRMS system. And you'll also have that knowledge base to be able to search to find information if you're not sure of how to fulfill this request going forward. Now, our package comes with 4 distinct workflows on day one. We've looked at 2. Our third workflow is going to look something like this, where we've got a set of standard workflows open, in progress, resolve, close, or reopen. And there's even a more simple one where it's basically just open, in progress, and close. So you'll be able to pick and choose what request type goes to what particular workflow. Again, this has been a presentation of the FMX Solutions HR package. If you'd like to get a more of a deeper look what this entails, please contact our sales team through our website or LinkedIn. We'd be happy to show you this in more detail. Thank you and have a great day.